Hey guys, hope you're all having a great Easter. Today I want to talk about emotions, how to understand your emotions, where they're coming from, how to manage them better, and why this is so important and how it can change your life, basically. When I started doing meditation and I started to become more aware of the thoughts I was thinking, and I was realizing more how my thoughts were creating certain emotions, and I'd get in certain patterns of thinking, either positive or negative. You can go either way, and whichever way you go, you'll find you're going, you keep going in that direction. The more thought, the more energy you put into thinking about a certain thing, whether it's positive or negative, and that will create your situation, basically. In a nutshell, I'm going to talk more about this in the future. It may seem a bit confusing at first, but this is basically the easiest way that I can explain it. And the more you meditate, the more you'll understand this, and the more you'll understand yourself, because really all it comes down to is understanding yourself. And the more you understand yourself, the more you understand your emotions and how you react in certain situations. And then when you learn that, you can learn how to change that to better create a situation, and create your own life, basically how you want it. When you realize that it doesn't control you, it's all there for you. All you have to do is think of what you want, basically, and create that, because your emotions will hold you back if you are not aware of them and you don't understand them. So that's why I'm doing this video, because it's just amazing how much emotions rule your life. So yeah, I'll get into it. So basically, like I said, sort of, is that thought creates emotion. So you think a thought, and then that creates a certain feeling, and that feeling is going to drive your behavior to do a certain thing. That can be anything, positive or negative. Like you think, I want to go to the gym, and then if that has a good feeling, that's going to get you to go to the gym. If that thought has a bad feeling, it's not going to get you to go to the gym. You can fight against that feeling, but that causes a resistance, and that resistance can make it harder sometimes. So I'll explain more about resistance in the future. But basically, when a thought provokes a good feeling, then it gets you to do what it is you're thinking about, or think about that in a positive way. It gets you to take action, positive action. When it creates a negative feeling, it gets you to want to basically avoid that, whatever it is, and I don't know, curl up in a ball in a corner, basically that's two extremes. I hope that made sense. And yeah, so the more you are aware of your thoughts, and you become more aware by meditating more, spending more time alone, the more you're aware of your feelings. And when you're more aware of your feelings, you'll be able to see in certain situations how you act and why you're actually acting like that way. Because most people are on autopilot 90% of the time, maybe more, maybe less. And when we're in that mode, autopilot mode, we're not aware of how our behavior is actually driven by our emotions. And that's why we often get in the same patterns of thinking that we have before. But when you're not in that and you're observing how you're feeling, you'll become aware of things more and more. And as you become more aware of things, sometimes you won't be able to change them straight away, because some of these, depending on how long you've been doing this certain behavior or pattern that you want to change, you know it's bad for you and you want to change it, but at the moment you're kind of struggling with it. You may be even creating resistance against it, which isn't really going to help you. But don't worry if you've done that. You can always fix things. There's always a way out. Doesn't matter how stuck you think you are, there's always a way out of anything. As long as you have that belief that you can get through it. And yeah, I'm going to talk more about beliefs in the future as well. So, trying not to get sidetracked here, but yeah, so thought creates your emotion, your feeling, and that creates certain patterns. And when you become more aware of these patterns, you can change them. Because you may see in a situation with a certain person how you react to that person, because that person is the way that they are. And you think that, oh, like, you don't like that person, and there's probably a good reason for that, because they make you act in a way you don't like or something. And when you become aware of how it is that you're reacting to it, when you then you realize if you act a different way, or don't react, basically, just ignore the situation, which is often the best thing to do if this person has no idea how to control their emotions, basically. Just ignore it, and then they won't react to it, and then it won't cause any more conflict. That's just an example of my own life, because I have people that are like that in my life and my family, so I often avoided them before. But now that I've learned how to deal with them, I realize that I can actually be around them. I just have to be more aware of how I'm acting and act in a certain way that isn't going to trigger them. And obviously I don't want to spend too much time with them either, because I don't want to be around that kind of energy all the time. But yeah, that's an example. And yeah, like, basically, like, thought and emotion, like I said, it can either be positive or negative, and there is a wide spectrum of emotions, but they're really only two like real different emotions, and that is love and fear, or positive and negative, however you want to put it. Any of the other emotions, like a good feeling like happiness, joy, or a bad feeling like depression or anxiety or worry, helplessness, those kind of things, they're both just either side of the spectrum of love or fear. So love would be happiness, joy, bliss, abundance. They're all feelings of love. And then feelings of fear is depression, like hopelessness, anxiety, worry, apathy. The list goes on, but basically it's one way or the other. And so if you're going up, you're thinking positive things, you're thinking up towards good feelings that are going to create good action and good things in your life, or you can be thinking down. And that can get you, if you think negative thoughts long enough and you keep bringing energy to that, it can get you really feeling low. And yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. Let me know in the comments how this video was, if you found it helpful, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to be talking about this more in the future in more depth. So if you like it and you want to learn more how you control your emotions, because it is super powerful, I am going to do a lot more on this topic. So stay tuned and have a great day. See you guys.